Hi guys, Jesse from Fulla Strength and Conditioning here with tip 84 of my 90 fitness tips in 90 days. So for anyone who hasn't been keeping up, basically what I've been doing over the last 90 days is giving one fitness tip per day. And the aim of this is to help you get closer to your goal. So whether it be increasing your strength, fitness, or decreasing your total weight or reducing body fat. Now today's tip is going to be all about the connotation or the notion that we should eat less and move more. Now I want to explain why that system is flawed, but more importantly I want to give you tools and a strategy of what you can do instead to accelerate your progress. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly switch the phone around so you can see. I've just done a little bit of a description on the whiteboard and I'll run through that now. So that is just over here. So this is sort of the system, so to speak, or the way that the eat less, move more principle, we sort of break down and we bust the myth, so to speak. So at the top, I'll just explain what can happen if you try to eat less food and move more. So what can happen is you can actually start to decrease your metabolism. That goes down because the body's trying to hold onto energy. So we have two things going on at the same time. So we have two things. We're reducing our calorie intake, but we're also simultaneously increasing our exercise output. And that's a double-edged sword. It may result in more weight loss, but what's going to happen, and I'll flip this back around so you can see, there's actually a negative effect that is caused by that. And you actually get, the metabolism slows down. I'll explain why in a second. What also happens is that you have reduced energy levels. So obviously if we're consuming less food and we're exercising more, that's basically two ways we're creating a calorie deficit. That can lead to poor performance. So if you're not, if you're trying to eat less and move more at the same time, it's going to lead to poor performance. So your energy levels are going to decrease and therefore your performance or your exercise is going to decrease in terms of the quality of work that you get in. So the body's going to start holding on to fat. It's going to save this as a last resort. Okay, so it wants to save that for a rainy day. Then we have the body doesn't prioritize muscle repair. And this is what I mean by decreased metabolism. So you can see that that comes down into here. So as an organism, the body, its prime objective, the prime role of the body and energy that goes into it is, number one, it needs to keep you alive. Okay, so it's going to use energy to make the vital organs function, and that's pretty much the basics. It needs to get enough nutrients through the body to perform the daily tasks needed to keep you alive. Okay, so that's heart beating, lungs, getting oxygen into the body, and using that energy as usable fuel. And last little bit, swapping back around. So I hope this makes sense so far, guys. If it doesn't, comment below. Right, poor recovery from exercise. So if we don't have adequate food and energy coming into the body's not going to recover from exercise. So that's going to leave you with hampered recovery, increased muscle soreness post-exercise, and that's going to negatively affect your exercise and upcoming training sessions, whether it be in the gym or out of the gym. And if we can't train properly, that's going to diminish our results. It's going to make it a little bit harder for us to get to those results. It's going to take a longer time. So, solutions. Learn how to eat better. So, I want to give a quick case study. I want to give you guys actual information and stuff that's going on at the moment. So, one of my clients sent me a message just this morning, actually, and we've worked out his calorie requirements. So, how many calories he needs just to function, and also specific for his goal. So he wants to lose a little bit of weight. So we've dig down into how many calories he needs of the different food groups. So how many calories and grams of protein, fats, and carbohydrates he needs. And he sent me a message this morning, and the first thing he said was, "There's no way I can eat that many calories." And if you think about it, he hasn't even tried it. He hasn't even given it a shot. And already he's got himself in a negative mindset. And what that can do is, regardless of, whether he actually is capable or not, it comes down to mindset to a degree. If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't, okay? So the thing is, as well, is we're looking at getting him to eat whole foods. We want to minimize the calories that he takes in through liquids. They're empty calories, so things like the alcohol, the soft drinks, adding sugar to drinks as well. We want to get him eating real food on a regular basis. So that's the thing that we've discussed with him just this morning. So that's the solution number one. Learn to eat better whole foods. We eat on a regular basis. We eat protein, aiming to get protein source at each meal, and exercise specific to your goals. This is a big one. Want to be exercising specific for your goals, okay? So if your goal is fat loss, you need to have a fat loss style program as the priority, okay? And that's pretty much it, guys. There are solutions there. I do have a little bit of a tip for you as well. So something that we've put together at Fulla Strength and Conditioning is a 4-video series on how to combat fat loss. So it goes through the 4 pillars of successful fat loss. It is free. If you would like access to this, what I'll do is I'll put a link in the comments underneath and you can access that. Just need to put your details in there and then you'll have free access to that. But it covers pretty much everything we've touched on there. So we touch on mindset, getting the head in the right headspace for your goal. So being positively focused on a goal rather than negative. Obviously nutrition will be a big part of that. Touch on how to create a calorie deficit and what it is. And then obviously the training side of things as well. So I'll put that in the link below, guys. If it all makes sense and if you feel you got something out of it, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. That's the whole reason we put out this information, is to help you guys get to your results faster. So whether it be increasing strength and muscle mass or decreasing weight or reducing your body fat. So that's it, guys. Tip 84. I'll also put below our YouTube channel link so you can subscribe. This is tip 84. So like I said, we've been doing a lot. If you haven't seen them, catch up and hopefully you'll pick up some extra advice and information to help you on your journey. That's it, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for another video. Until then, have a fantastic Thursday and make sure you take action on your goals. Okay, information's great, but action is better.